Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Oberoi Realty Q1 FY25 earnings conference call. We have Mr. Oberoi, the Chairman and Managing Director of the company, and Mr. Saumil Daru, Director of Finance of the company, with us for the call. Please note that this call will be for 30 minutes, and for the duration of this conference call, all participants' lines will be in listen-only mode, and this conference call is being recorded, and the transcript for the same may be put on the website of the company. After the management's discussion, there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions. Should anyone need assistance during the conference call, you may signal an operator by pressing star and then 0 on your touchtone phone. Before I hand the conference over to the management, I would like to remind you that certain statements made during the conference of this call may not be based on historical information or fact and may be forward-looking statements, including those related to general business statements, plans, strategies of the company, and the future financial condition and growth prospects. The forward-looking statements are based on expectations and projection and may involve a number of risks and uncertainties and other factors that could cause actual results, opportunities, and growth potential to differ materially from those suggested by such statements. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Oberoi, the Chairman and Managing Director of the company. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you as per the time zone from which you have logged in, and welcome to the conference call Q1 FY2025 results and business updates. Thank you all for taking time out for this call. Before I begin, I would like to share with you a few quick business updates. I'm happy to announce another healthy quarter with strong profitability and encouraging sales traction at 360 West Worli. We've also witnessed a strong leasing interest across our office assets and expected occupancy to ramp up in the next few quarters. We are gearing up for our Pokhran Thane launch and also towers in Goregaon and Borivali in the upcoming festive seasons. With this, I now open the floor for question and answer, and both Saumil and I will be happy to take your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Karan Khanna from Ambit Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. I had a couple of questions. First, if you can talk about the Kolshed Road project, and if I look at slide number 24, is it fair to assume that the quarter-on-quarter increase in terms of units booked can be partly attributable to any changes that you've made in the payment plans for this project? And given that you have a fairly large amount of inventory coming up in the Thane micro market, what initiatives are you taking towards accelerating sales in this project and potentially Pokhran Road as and when you launch it?
Hi, Karan. Firstly, Forestfield as a project is doing really well. We are ahead of our schedule in terms of execution. People are able to see the progress, and people have also appreciated the design and quality of work that we are doing. And the outcome of sales is absolutely that. We've kind of understood the Thane market. People take their time, and people who have come and visited us 3 or 4 months ago have actually come in and bought apartments. So we've literally never lost a customer. He's only like waiting in transition, literally, and eventually comes and completes the sale. So really no change in, I would say, payment plan or anything like that. In fact, for us, Thane is a new micro market. People have now seen the way we are working and appreciate the quality, and hence there is this bump up. And I can only tell you that it will only keep improving. And if you'll also see that it's virtually a cash flow positive project as we speak. So all in all, very happy with the way things are going. And I feel, people are literally waiting for Pokhran Road project to get ready. I have a lot of people inquiring about it, and fingers crossed. With God's grace, I guess we should be having a good launch there as well.
Sure. So just on the Pokhran Road, is it safe to assume that by the festive season, that's around Diwali, is when you are expecting to launch this project? And if you can also talk about phase-wise, how big would the first phase be in terms of the launch?
So we are starting execution on 5 towers. L&T is being awarded the contract. They have already started work as we speak. And yes, we are gearing up for the festive launch. And we probably might, work will start on all 5 towers. We probably might launch 1 or 2 towers, and then probably build it up.
Sure. A second question on 360 West. We've observed a couple of quarters of decline in the ASPs. Is it because of lower flows, or is it because of increased competition that you're seeing potentially from other players in the micro market? And as a follow-up, what sort of a visibility do you have on sales velocity for this project in coming quarters?
So, frankly, these are lower floors. And, without sounding pompous, there genuinely is no competition to the product we've built. And, our partners also sold out on all his inventory. So today we literally have a monopoly on the inventory, and I see this trajectory going only better.
Sure. And then lastly, any further updates on the Gurgaon and Adarsh Nagar projects since the update that you shared last quarter?
So Gurgaon also, we got conveyance of the property. We've registered that. We did it only last week. And even Adarsh Nagar, work in progress. And I guess they are also slated for probably end of this year or early next year sort of launch.
Sure. Thanks, and I'll come back in with you. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Puneet Gulati from HSBC. Please go ahead.
Hi, Puneet.
Hi, Mr. Vikas. How are you? So congratulations on great, numbers. I think very happy to see your 360-degree West going well. Do you see this kind of traction into the coming quarters as well?
Frankly, I thought this should have started a lot earlier. Only fingers crossed that it continues this way. And you all know, obviously, there was a fire sale by our partner for his inventory. Now that is all, historic data. Going forward, we have monopoly, and, there is really no competition for the product that we have. And, a lot of, what is being built is probably 3 years, 4 years, in delivery, or at least 2.5 years. So we have a clear run there. And again, probably not even comparable product. So, I think if things go well, which they should, we should continue to see similar, sales in 360.
Okay. And I also saw against 475 crores of sales, some 120 crores is collected. Is there a payment plan, or is it just a quarter-related issue?
No, this actually happened in the fag end of June. You will see all the money coming within this quarter now.
Oh, okay.
These sales were at the fag end of June, and, so they'll all come.
Okay, understood. And on your rest of the projects, Adarsh Nagar, Gurgaon, you said end of the year. So is the design and all in place, and RERA approvals also close to coming, or do you think when you say launch, you mean, start of construction and then you launch later next year?
No, so the design obviously is in place. We continue to keep improving, improvising and massaging the plans and all that. But yeah, I mean, good work in progress. We really know what we want to do and how we want to do. And at the right time, we will launch all these.
Okay. And lastly, on your Oberoi project, any thoughts on what you're going to do there now?
So I don't know whether I told you all last this thing. We are going ahead with the mall. We are doing an office building and a very small boutique hotel. So we are now gearing up to launch that also.
Okay.
Yeah, and we will start work probably within the next 2 quarters.
Next 2 quarters. Understood. And what would be the developable area there or carpet area?
We are hoping it should be somewhere around 1.8 million, 1.6 to 1.8 million square feet.
1.8 million square feet carpet.
Correct. It's massive, really massive.
So what is the configuration likely to be for mall, office and hotel?
Right now what we are targeting is anywhere between 6 and 7 lakh square feet of mall. A very small component of hotel, probably 100,000 square feet. And the rest of this is office. So let's say 1 million square feet of office space, give or take 100,000 square feet for a hotel, and another 600,000 to 700,000 square feet of mall.
Understood. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And all the best. Yes.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Praveen Chaudhary from Morgan Stanley. Please go ahead.
Hi, Praveen.
Thank you. Hi, Vikas. Hi, Sonal. First of all, congratulations on a very strong quarter. I know this is despite no new launches and the margins have been very steady and very strong. So congratulations. I have 2 very quick questions, if I may. The first one is 360 West. Once again, I'm following up. I think it was a very strong quarter. What are the factors which determines whether you sell 2 units or 10 units in a particular quarter, considering, as you mentioned, there's no competition and there's obviously a lot of demand. The second question I have is on balance sheet. Your balance sheet is very strong. It's getting better. Can you talk about the use of cash in terms of annual land banking versus construction versus capital return? Thank you.
So, Praveen, firstly, it's the price and really the profile of people. We want to ensure that we sell these apartments to the right kind of people because we have, by default, I wouldn't call it by design, created a community that's going to be like the envy of everybody. Everybody in the city would want to be in a building like this. So it starts with, the profile of the person. And obviously, we have certain expectations from this project. We've really worked hard on this. We built a quality, way beyond, anyone else's imagination. And so obviously it's also price. And what was your next question? Sorry. Oh, that was the balance sheet bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll let Somil take over.
So, Praveen, hi. So, a pretty interesting challenge in terms of, capital allocation. From our perspective, the only thing that as developers, that comes in is the lumpiness that comes in when you're doing a land acquisition. So you keep, like an individual, you keep saving and then, when is that one chance which comes in is when you go for it. So, as far as, construction costs are concerned, those usually and very typically get managed out of the cash flows itself as far as resi is concerned. So where we also end up doing a little bit of borrowing, and that is strategically, is using bank funding for doing constructions of the annuity assets. So that is how we would, want to typically look at it. You would be aware that the Reserve Bank does not permit the commercial banks to lend for buying land. So any which ways, your sources of funding available for buying land then either gets restricted to equity or, the bond markets. So we have to keep toying, between that. As I said, the construction cost is managed. As far as return of capital is concerned, I think, it would be a fair amount of time before we kind of get to that situation. In all fairness, if you look at it, and despite the balance sheet being very strong, we still have a net debt. So I would prefer to look at that bit, a lot later. But considering the kind of plans we have for what we intend to do around CapEx and, for some of the transactions that we are looking at in the pipeline, we believe that, we will always be able to deploy the cash that we generate in, our own business. If you look at the kind of ROC and everything that is now, showing up on the financials, and everything that we are doing is now everything that we are doing and that we have done is now contributing to the P&L, whether it be 360 West, whether it be Commerce 3, pretty soon it will be the, Sky City Mall, which will also start coming in. So all the capital employed is also generating returns. And we believe that if we are able to reinvest, the cash flows that we are generating, that should happen at a healthy rate of compounding. So I think return of capital is a long way away. The other two bits, I believe, I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, very clear, Sunil, and thank you, Vikas, for explaining the first question as well. Can I check, when I last time checked 360 West, by the way, it's super impressive building and the units. The other tower, apparently those are even bigger floor plate. When will they be launched, or are they already ready to be sold? Thank you.
So our show apartment there is getting ready. We should be ready with that by September. Our partner has sold a few flats there, so there is definitely traction. In fact, it's equally good, or I would probably consider it to be a little better than the other towers that are already selling. One, we have made our show apartment and given a peek into how people can use this 15,000 square feet of carpet area. I think you will see a lot of sales happening on that account also.
Got it. Once again, thank you and congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pritesh Sheth from Motilal Oswal Financial Services. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thanks for the opportunity. First question is on the, leasing. So we had a, very heavy traction now in Commerce 1 with almost I think it's almost leased out. Commerce 2 with 93%. What should we expect from Com 3? We have obviously read few transactions in media, but what would be the expectations in terms of leasing by end of this year, considering the interest that you are getting right now?
Yeah, Pritesh, Vikas here. Yes, absolutely correct. We are ourselves very pleasantly surprised with the traction we've got. Probably at the end of this year, I wouldn't be surprised if we are 99 or even 100% leased out between all three buildings. That's the confidence my leasing team or the CEO of our leasing business is talking about. So, the buildings turned out really well. More than 50% is being occupied by, or close to 50% is occupied by Morgan Stanley. And we have other very good tenants for Com 3. So all in all, really leasing looking very good. Very, very good. In fact, at some point, I'd love for you all to come and have a look at what we built. It is the tallest commercial building in the city, or rather in the country. And really, with 52 elevators, really state-of-the-art, designed by Woods Bagot out of New York. This building could be anywhere in the world. So would love to show any of you, yeah.
Considering we don't have too much of vacancy right now in the first two towers and, healthy pipeline for Com3, are we looking to, starting to ask for a better rentals in Com3, versus our usual run rate of around 250 odd per square feet? Are we looking to better that in terms of rentals as well, or, for now the focus would be on leasing it out?
So, frankly, our focus is on getting the right tenants. We have got really marquee tenants. If you offline will, discuss with the team, they'll be able to tell you. For us, that's a bigger kick, and, it gives us pride. It also, retains the value or enhances the value of the building that one has already built. So focus will be on that. Increase in rent will be a byproduct. We are not, obviously, we'd rather choose a good tenant over a higher rent. Both, if we get, will be most welcome, but that's where we are for now.
So that's helpful. And on the Sky City Mall, any initial lease up that we have signed, and what sort of occupancy will be starting at for that mall?
So, as far as leasing goes, I feel we will be probably 80-90% leased within this year itself. And most of it will be ready. Some of them will be in their fit out, depending on the size and all that. But that mall is got its destiny of its own, And really, I'm, very pleasantly surprised with the traction, with the quality of people we are getting there. And again, this is one place I'd love for you guys also to come and visit and see how well that's turned out. Both from design and finish and, the feel of that. It's got a very different energy.
Sure. And just one last on, Glaxo. What was the thought process behind moving to a mixed-use commercial sort of a project versus, earlier planned residential? Is it, since we have that Adarsh Nagar project as well, which would be coming up, was that the thought process behind doing this, keeping this as a pure play commercial and doing a residential there, or something else?
With the assets that we already have and are being leased out, we see anywhere between 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 crores of rent already coming in. If we put this in, we can bump this up by another 800, 900 crores, probably even more. So this, the assets that we have in our hand gives us a clear visibility of, anywhere between, 2,000 and 2,300 crores of rent from these assets. So it's something that really, we feel good about. It's a great location. This way we get to retain the asset. And, again, having built the second mall and, the kind of traction we got, we feel, we can really give this city a state-of-the-art, high-end mall and another office building that, will really stand out. We want to make a marquee building. I feel all these things put together, kind of are compelling us to do what we are just discussing.
Sure. That's pretty helpful. That's it from my side, and thank you. All the best.
Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kunal Lakhan from CLSA. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, Kunal.
Hi. Just a follow-up on the earlier question. As of June, how much area in Commerce 3 is leased out?
We are 70% leased out.
Understood.
A little more than 70, I guess. But again, we are in advanced talks with people. We are very confident by the end of this year, we will be done with all leasing.
Sure. Understood. My second question was on our Mulund project. The traction there, again, considering it's a completed project, the traction remains quite soft. We have close to about 700 odd units unsold there. what is the strategy there, and what kind of timeline you're looking at to monetize that?
No, so we are only waiting for, we've got part OC, rather OC for the project that we had launched. We now are getting balance occupation certificate. One of the buildings, we should probably get it within this week or early next week. Once that happens, we'll open it up for sale. In fact, Mulund's been, probably really very well performing, and we are actually very happy with it.
And by when do you think you'll be able to monetize this inventory?
Again, so Mulund and Borivali both give you a kind of a sales run rate when they were under construction, anywhere between 800 and 1,000 crores a year. And let's say now with these buildings ready, I feel the run rate will only go up. And unlike Borivali, we don't have additional phases coming out here, though we have, a small component of commercial there. But by and large, like I said, that, we should be able to sell the rest of the inventory in the next 2 years, I guess. And this is all like, inventory built, paid for, so in a way, it's just money,
Understood. And my last question is on, last quarter you had touched upon, or rather given some updates on Tardev and Pedder Road. Any further update in terms of, approvals there or in terms of, launch timeline?
No, it's work in progress. Like I said, that for this, coming festive season, we are focusing on our Pokhran Road, Thane. We are focusing on a tower in Goregaon, and we are looking at a tower in Borivali. So these are, set for the coming festive season. And everything else is work in progress. They will start.
Anything particular on Tardev and Pedder Road, like next fiscal or, subsequent fiscal?
Should be. I mean, like I don't want to commit, it could be, the last quarter of this year, it could be first quarter next year, but that's about it. So it falls within that gambit.
Understood. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dhruvesh Sanchavi from Prospero Tree. Please go ahead.
Hi, Dhruvesh.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Vikas and Saumil. So just wanted a little bit more clarity in terms of the launching, because I missed the first 5 minutes, and if you would have done it, if you can just give us a broad roadmap on launching, apart from the last comment that you made about Borivali Goregaon, in terms of Thane and the other smaller projects that you have, and any update on the Worli GSK additional land that it is there. We originally thought about a mega mall there, but it is on abeyance for some time. So some thoughts there. Yeah, that's the only question. Thank you.
Okay. So yes, Dhruvesh, you are right. We did answer. In fact, we are looking at a tower in Goregaon, a tower in Borivali, and a couple of towers in Pokhran Road for the festive seasons. So this is as far as the launch goes. With regards to Borivali, with regards to Worli, we are looking at starting that project. We want to now build a mall, an office building, and a very small hotel on top, just to kind of, brand it. And that's really what we intend to do.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraint, we will take that as the last question. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Oberoi for closing comments.
Thank you all for taking time out for this call. We really look forward to hearing from you on an ongoing basis. Please feel free to reach out to our investor relationship team, and when you have any questions, of course. And thank you again. And like I said, that would love to have you guys visit some of our sites. Again, please connect with our IR team, and they'll organize the same for you. Thank you, and have a good day ahead.
Thank you.
On behalf of Oberoi Realty, That concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.